What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? About to pay some bills. All right. This is what happened this week. Virtually everyone has been added to the new B School for Hustlers. I feel that a few people maybe got missed, but we will go ahead and get them situated on the platform next week when we move into the new office to ensure that you will be at the live webinar this Sunday, 5 p.m. I sent a copy of that webinar invitation to all of the platforms. So you should have that. Check your email. Also, the price of the corporate papers is going up August. So you want to get in now. During this live stream, I have a discount code Jedi that you can go ahead, put in that checkout and get your 50% off. Because like I said, in August, it's going up. You want to get in now. A lot of good stuff is coming down. A lot of good stuff. So I'm really excited about the training that's about to go down. And we're going to be discussing that because today was a really good day. Today was an amazing day. Today I rented out 6 cars, 2 on Turo. And we're going to be talking about that because essentially everyone is trying to teach you how to build a business with the least amount of effort possible. And you know what I did? I kind of went back to things that I used to do. I still have this pumpkin pie here. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. It's funny, this pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Oh, man. But like this morning, I got up really early and I started doing some of the things that I used to do, and they worked really well. So I'm going to do a hire car Toro course. And I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be things in this course that will not be in any other course. And I'm going to tell you why. Many of you have said that I should talk to so-and-so, or I should talk to such and such person. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm not talking to these people. I know everyone that's in the space. And because I am a corporate seasoned business owner, I know how to evaluate them and look between the lines. Like, you know, someone has a blazing Instagram page and he's always sitting in a Rolls Royce or Lambo or Ferrari. That's for y'all. That's not real business. That doesn't impress me as a business person. I'm like, so I'm able to look at these guys and I feel, and I'm going to say this, I think most of them got lucky. They got on the platform early. They saw, oh, this was an opportunity, and they started putting more cars on there, started making more money. I don't think none of them, and once again, go ahead, you know, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think none of them are genuine business people. Now, what do I mean by that? They have a Toro business and they're making money, so that makes them a business person. But when I say genuine business person, okay, years and years ago, I had to do customer service. I had to do advertising. I had to do marketing. There were so many things I had to do in my business, right? And it taught me a lot about business. Tell you something, I've already had repeat renters on Turo. You've not heard any of them talk about repeat renters. You want to know why? Because these guys don't know how to build a customer relationship. They put their cars on Turo. They put lock boxes on them. They're doing everything they can to avoid talking to the customer, asking questions. Like today, I rented out the Porsche, and I had a 12-minute conversation with the person. I was like, "What do you do? Uh, what what do you do? What interests you? What are you doing in the Porsche? What do you got going on?" And she was a very smart, sophisticated, well-spoken young lady. She was young, but and she got a plan. She's using the car to make money. I like that. And none of these guys actually go ahead. You will see video after video after video where they were talking about they do everything they can not to talk to the customer. And this is what I mean. They're not genuine business people. Because this is where you get a lot of your data actually talking to your customers, meeting your customers. And like, I'm going to say it. When I'm finished with this Hire Car Turo course, which is included in the corporate papers, you're going to learn stuff that none of these other folks can teach you because they never had to build a business from scratch. They never had to do the marketing. They never had to do the sales. They never had to do the branding. They got into a template a business and they jumped on and they made money. They did well. I'm not disputing that. They're making money, but they're not, in my opinion, genuine business people because they were able to cheat to a degree. And I'm here to tell you, some of the strategies I'm going to teach you, they're not going to be easy. They're not going to be where you don't have to do nothing. Like this morning, I took some of my old school tactics that I used to use in the storage auction business on Craigslist, and they work like a charm. Deploying these tactics, you got to work, but you can make way more money. I'm talking about way more money, way more money. And a lot of you are like, talk to him and talk to this person. And today, like I said, the business is getting to the point where it's more manageable. I'm not working these long hours. I like that, Josh. I like that. Pandemic proof. I like that. What's up? What's going on? We got the pumpkin pie right here. There's the pumpkin pie. All right, man. They can do it when it's easy. Peacetime journals versus wartime journals. Yep. What's up? What's up? Jason, I don't care. I guarantee they don't care like you getting them service, washing them, filling up the tank, renting them the way you would want the car to be if you rented it. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. So one of the things we're going to teach you is how to build customer relationships. Like all these guys, I'm not mentioning no names because I'm not trying to start any YouTube beef. But none of them know anything about customer relationships, customer building. They know nothing of that. They know nothing of that. They know nothing of that. They know nothing of that because they never did it. They don't know how to do it. Like here's a prime example. Amazon FBA. You don't have to find customers. You don't have to do any sales and marketing. You don't have to do any branding. All you got to do is find what is hot on Amazon, which can be somewhat tricky. It can be somewhat tricky. But when you build a business from scratch and you got to do the marketing, the sales, the customer relationship management, you got to do it. You become a different kind of animal, because this is why I'm saying being a Jedi. What do we know about Jedis? The Jedis live out in the desert. The Jedi's trained with this little ball that shoots these little lasers that burn. The Jedi's be putting in work. All the Jedi's, they'll be putting in work. They're not sitting back chilling. Like, I'm about to say something. Once I get through with my Hire Car Toro course, it's going to be the best course online. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's going to be embedded with customer service. Customer service. You guys in the corporate papers are going to love the training that's coming. Because, once again, I talk to my customers. And all these folks, I was watching a video where a girl who's done Turo, and she's been doing Turo 4 years, and she's met 3 of her customers. I can't say that she doesn't talk to them because she had the messaging feature, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling that she doesn't talk to them. I have a feeling. Yes. Bill Rapport, yep. Ooh, super empath. Let me say something to you. Check my resume. I had not one, but 2 businesses before YouTube. So you don't know what the fuck you talking about, you silly little moist man. And you jealous because I can make money on YouTube and you can't. Because that's what this whole thing is. You don't, super impact. You don't know, you're a YouTube entrepreneur. No real solid business skills. Check my resume, motherfucker. Check my resume. Do a little research on me. I'm an author, a trainer, an educator. See, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, you little silly little clown. Maybe. I have to go downtown and swear the warrant on him. I got to do that. Mac Daddy Pies. Erica, I'm probably going to make 40, 50K from this live stream. I'm not worried about YouTube money. And that's another thing. I don't do it for the YouTube money because essentially for many years, I ain't make hardly any YouTube money. He don't know how to use Google with his little punk ass. He's just another little moist man that sees me on these internets and he's jealous because I got fame, clout, and money and he don't. Nope, I don't keep the registration in the cars. I'm going to tell you why, because you have to update Toro Hire Car with the registration. I'm not suffering any fools because, you get a bunch of folks want to do a live stream and they come in and drop some stuff. And like I'm going to have to check my resume, motherfucker. I actually have a resume. Do you? Nope. Just a little moist man jacking off in his mama's basement because you don't have no dreams, no ambition, no business, no money. So essentially, I'm going to say this. This is going to be the best car rental course on the internet because I have built before YouTube, not one, but 2 successful businesses, which separates me from the pack. Because if these guys did not have access, and let's just go ahead and talk about, I'm not there yet. This is in my future, but in my future, I'm going to have my own car rental website. I'm going to have my own commercial insurance and people will be able to rent from me direct in the future. None of these guys have that set up. I think there's one dude, he ain't here in Atlanta. I think he's got that set up. That's where I'm going. That's why I'm not talking to him. What up, though? So essentially, what I learned today, and let me tell you about my day. I got up really early because I had to do some stuff for the car business early. And I have 24 cars. I got 1 car that's wrecked, that's in the shop. I got 2 cars that's wrecked in the shop. I got 1 car for routine maintenance, and I got 1 car they got to fix. So that's 4 cars. I only have 1 car left that will probably be rented tomorrow. So by tomorrow, I would have 20 of my 24 cars rented. Now, why is that important? You don't make no money when they with you. You don't make no money when you make, and this is what's really cool. I got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 7-day renters. And I was talking to my hire car rep and I was telling him, he was like, whoa, really? And he looked, he said, man, you killing it. And based on what I've learned in the last 3 months, if my other 4 cars were available, they would be rented out. Because I'm learning this game. And I'm going to teach the people in the corporate toolbox the game. I'm going to teach you the game. I'm going to teach you all of this stuff, all of this to help you be successful, because I'm going to say it. Because I have built businesses before YouTube, and that's very, very important, because I had to learn customer relationships. I had to learn sales. I had to learn marketing. I had to learn branding. I had a lot to learn that none of these guys can teach you. And not to say they're not good people. I'm not saying that at all. They're not to say they're not trying. They will try to help you. I think they would try to help you. But I'm saying they don't have the skill sets that I do. I was having a little back and forth battle with someone who's been in the car rental business 3-4 years, and he makes $35,000 to $45,000 per month, right? Well, this month, if I did not have my Yardbird problem, 3 months in, I would have made 23. My Yardbirds cost me $5,000. My Yardbird problem. So, yep. Awesome. Here's the thing, Anthony Johnson. If you're willing to work, right now is the time to make some money. There is so much money out there with your name on it if you're willing to work and go get your money. There's so much money out here, because essentially I'm about to really flex. I'm about to flex on some people. I made $1 million before YouTube. How many YouTube entrepreneurs, Instagram entrepreneurs, social media stars made any money before social media? And like, I'm not saying that these are bad people, or I'm not even saying they got some skills. It's a skill set to be successful on social media. That's a skill set. But what I'm saying is they don't know how to establish, like, I got this guy who's rented the Mercedes twice, and he's going to rent it probably 2 or 3 more times this year. Customer service. I talked to him. And this is one of the things you will see in Toro and Hire Car, how not to meet the customer, how not to talk to the customer, how to do as little as possible. And that's what you're going to hear. And I'm telling you, that's dead ass wrong. Dead ass wrong. That is not where you want to be. And I'm telling you, that's dead. That is not where you want to be. I'm trying to tell you that it's not where you want to be. So we're going to get into it. Not where you want to be. We're going to get into a lot, because we're going to get into, because building customer relationships is very important. And none of them talk about this. Like, let's go to, I got me some notes here. How many of them talk about customer relationships, building a brand, organizing and managing cash flow, repeat customers, scaling? How many videos have you seen with those topics? How many videos have you seen with those topics? Let's talk about this, Chris Evans, Michael. One of the reasons that I had the savage problem, and I'm gonna share some, and I'm not gonna try to embarrass this young lady because she was very nice. I feel she's sophisticated. I think she's hardworking. I feel that she has a great future. She's just young. She rented the Porsche and she got in and she was bewildered by all of the stuff in there because here's the thing. I've been driving luxury cars since before I became a business owner. So I'm pretty, I can get into any luxury car and know what it does and I know how to work it. She didn't. And like I said, she was respectful. She was a nice young lady. And I don't feel that she's going to mess up my car. I think she's going to bring it back to me exactly like she took it out. One of the reasons, Chris Evans, Michael, I had this problem was I was putting vehicles in close proximity to people who never had access. And they went crazy. Like, let me tell you, right now, I got people stalking Mac Daddy Autos for the BMWs. A BMW comes back in, it will go out within hours, not days, hours. If I get a BMW at 8:30 in the morning, it will be gone before 3. I got people stalking me, man. So one of the reasons, Chris Evans, Michael, I had this problem was I did not fully understand what I was getting myself into. And my hire car rep, what up, Julio? We were talking and he told me that most owners have no clue to what they're getting into. When they get in this business, they have no clue. They're listening to YouTubers, people. So it's passive income. I'm like, no, it ain't passive. And now that I know what I'm dealing with, now I can provide systems, processes, and safeguards to protect my property. So going forward, the Kill Switch Chronicles, I'm going to tell you a little story. Two ladies rented the Mercedes, right, on Turo. And if you know anything about a two-seater, they have a lot of excess room. It's got a long trunk, right? A long hood for the big engine. It's got a V8. And the trunk, which is where the convertible top doesn't have a lot of room. And when the convertible top is down, you can't put nothing in it. So I drive up and I see this chick and she's a big girl. She's about like 6 feet tall, 6'1", 6'2". And she got a suitcase that is almost as big as she is. Big fat suitcase, right? Big old fat suitcase. And I'm like, that ain't gonna fit in the trunk. And I told her. And it was 2 of them. And both of them had luggage. She had that big old luggage and the other one had smaller luggage. And this girl is a hustler. She knew what she was doing. And she's like, I ain't leaving my luggage. So you know what she did? She started doing action. She unzipped her luggage, reached in there and started pulling stuff out. She had her friend put her luggage in the trunk. And then she started putting her stuff in there. She took all her clothing out, put it in the trunk, closed the trunk, and took her little friend who was skinny. Good thing she was skinny. Had her sit in the front seat. And then she put her luggage in her lap. It barely fit. And they went off like that. If I had been thinking, I would have filmed this. But, this is going to be some of the Kill Switch Chronicle stories because I'm not going to have the animals and the savages. I'm not going to have that going forward because the kill switches are going to prevent that. So that's just not going to be a norm going forward. Have you rolled? We're working on that. Me and my assistant, we're changing offices Monday and we're working on all that. I don't have enough cars for that, Tim. Not yet, but in the future we will. In the future, I may be renting out U-Hauls. I may be renting out box trucks. It just depends. Thank you, Miles. Thank you. Thank you, Miles King. How much money would you have made if you did not buy trash cars? Actually, the majority of the cars I bought weren't trashed. essentially, if the cars weren't abused, they would still be rentable. So it wasn't me buying trash cars. That wasn't the issue. The issue was, and this is why I will never rent out my personal vehicles on any platform, is that people will get into something and they will just like, whoever, like when I bought that Camry, the Camry that had to go to the salvage yard, it ran, it was fine. I had my mechanic check it out. And essentially, this is why, going back to Flowmaster 8, we got to have a checkup, because when things start going wrong, they will not tell you. They won't tell you, man. They won't tell you. Jeremiah Hampton, thanks for a $200 super chat. Appreciate you. Y'all tripping. Glenda's channel was the key factor in providing the blueprint to get my finances right. My wife and I got 3 businesses and our day job. We stay in DTLA this year. We're stacking up $80K for our real estate ventures. We did the work, but G provided the know-how. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Because essentially, a lot of folks I have helped, they don't really say thank you. They just reap the benefits. That's what they do. Yes, yes, yes. Jeremiah is on it. Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Let's kind of go to B School for Hustlers. Let's just kind of run through it because I got some more ideals. I'm not going to share them because they're not really fleshed out. All right, so this is what's going down Sunday. How to get in the car rental business. I'm going to probably start working on that next week. How to create a sales process. This is something that no one talks about. Design a life of purpose and intent. The art of branding. Strategic holding company. Scripted days. That course is done. The holding company game. How to play. Business credit. How to become mentally tough. The ultimate mindset course. How to hire, manage for fun. Now, there will be probably some more courses as I flesh them out, and I'm just going to add them to the bundle. So the way that Think If It works now is once I do that, you will be updated because that'll become part of your bundle. So, and if it doesn't update, my assistant can just add you. But we're going to get into what I like to call real business building training. How many folks talk about branding? Like, let me go ahead and float this by y'all. Once I get my person hired, and I got to start with myself because I create the culture. So I'm going to start getting Mac Daddy Autos t-shirts, Mac Daddy Autos rain slickers, Mac Daddy Autos shirts. Everyone's going to have a uniform. And then once I get the company phone will be answered a certain way. So this is how you build a brand. Best advice for a 24-year-old. I mean, I need more context. Where are you trying to go? Renting out box trucks because I feel, because essentially I'm going to get the car rental business nailed down, and then I'm probably going to get into cargo vans, pickup trucks, and box trucks. Yes, Jeremiah and his wife are on it. Health before wealth. That's going to be in the course. You can do a lot. I would start a holding company even if I was doing DoorDash, and I would put the DoorDash and stuff in one of the operating companies. Here in New York City, rental cars are such demand. People are renting U-Hauls. Fun fact, I was talking to a detective. People be stealing U-Hauls. U-Haul has a lot of U-Hauls stolen. It blew my mind. It literally blew my mind, man. What's up? Oh, yeah, we're going to cook with some gas. Howard Cooper, thank you for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. Because essentially, like today, I implemented some of my old school strategies. Like there's so many things I'm gonna put in the car rental course that you're not gonna hear from any of these other car people. And I'm not to say that their content is bad. I'm not gonna say that because I don't really know. I've looked at a little bit of it, so I can't say it's bad. What I can say is it is incomplete. And it's incomplete because the person who created it doesn't know how to build customer relationships, don't know how to build branding, don't know how to get repeat customers, don't know. Because essentially, this is one of the things that I feel very proud of. When I had the upscale garage sale, every Saturday, I would see the same people plus a few new ones over and over again. I literally would see the same people year after year, repeat customers. Because see, it's easier to get money out of someone who has spent money with you than getting money from a brand new customer. And that's why the upscale garage sale was so successful. They stealing up there? They stealing things in Vegas? Oh, no cars? Starscream 1540, thank you for the $100 super chat. I am rebuilding credit. I don't have cash right now. I just started an $1,800 a week job. Congrats. I'm wondering if I can get a $10,000 personal finance, a couple of high limit secured cards. The loan is 20% interest for 3 years, or should I wait 3 months to save up the money? Starscream, you should save up the money. And this, I'm about to give you a little bit more game or a little bit more sauce. All right, you got your $1,800 a week job, okay? Then what you want to do is start driving for Uber, Lyft, or do DoorDash 1 day a week. So instead of working Monday through Friday, you're going to work Monday through Friday, and you're going to work Saturday, and you're going to work a 12-hour shift. And you're going to take all of that money and throw it into your savings, because this should dramatically accelerate you going ahead and getting your money up for your credit rebuild. Also, I'm going to go a little deeper in this on Savage Finance. This is something that we're getting ready to launch next month, but you're going to hear it here first. We're going to start a credit repair agency, and we're going to wed Savage Finance principles, because we're not just going to fix your credit. Everyone's like, hey, how to get an easy credit card, but very few people are into credit education. So give me a little time to get that together. So we're going to start fixing credit. We're going to, because I'm in the state of Georgia, and it's illegal to do credit repair in the state of Georgia, but it's not illegal to do credit education. So we're going to do some credit education, and we're going to fix your credit in the same time. And then we're going to teach you how to use your credit, and we're going to teach you how to position your credit for proper business credit going forward. So that's something else that's coming. And if you're in the corporate papers, you will get a discount on these services. Once again, if you're in the corporate papers, you will get a discount on this. I recently heard that U.S. Bank no longer offers the Korean Sky Miles card. Here's one of the things. When you see a good secured credit card, one with a high limit, 5,000 or more, or you need to jump on it, because they disappear quickly. They're like ice cream. They have an expiration date. They're not going to be around that much longer. So Wells Fargo had a secured credit card with a $10,000 limit, gone. So the better secured card products do not hang around long. So Starscream 1540, put yourself on the budget. Go ahead and do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash or something 1 day a week, and then take all that month. Like if you made $400 on a Saturday and you did that 4 times a month, that's $1,200. And then you add some more money from your $1,800 a week job, you're going to get there like way quicker. You might be able to get there in 2 months or maybe a month, depending on how much money you got. If we need additional funds, well, where's your money coming from? That's the first question. Where's your money coming from? Sure, Pody. When should you switch from a sole proprietor to an LLC? In my opinion, you should never have a sole proprietorship because there's no separation between you and the business. The business is you and you are the business, and anything that happens to you, it's going to happen to that business. So I would recommend that you start off with an LLC at minimum right off the bat. Navy Federal does not have, well, I think they go to 5,000. They used to go up to 25,000. Credit union secured card. Let's see. Let's see what Navy Federal is cooking with. Because they changed it. You used to be able to do 5,000, but now you used to be able to do 25,000, but now it's only like 5,000. So they've changed that tremendously. So one of the things that you guys have got to understand is it's time to be a Jedi, man. It's time to be a Jedi. Go through all the Star Wars movies. Where were the Jedi? They were in the desert. They weren't sitting up in the castle. They weren't sitting up in the lap of luxury. The Jedis were in war camps. They were in the desert because, like today, I did some Jedi stuff. And I'm going to tell you, I made like $1,200 today renting out 5 cars. $1,200. And when I get, and like I said, I don't think my current fleet, I got to crunch the numbers again, but my current fleet of 24 cars, and that's a big issue. And because we're going to talk about this in the car course, it's hard to keep your whole fleet intact. And what I mean is, it's hard to have all your cars available to rent. It's very hard to do. There's something going on. There's always something going on. So the more cars you have, the more issues you're going to have, the more things you're going to have. Yes, you should have a holding company because here's the thing. If you trade in your personal name and let's say you have a bad year, right? You know the most you can write off? $3,000. But if you trade in a business name, you can write off all those losses. You can write all of them off. I don't know this pie is going to hit the trash tonight. this this pumpkin pie, it's going to hit the trash tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to build real businesses. Because, like, for the folks who are in the corporate papers, when we get to the branding section, I'm going to show you how I branded my company. Because, branding is more than a T-shirt. Branding is the way that you answer the phone. Branding is how your employees are dressed. Branding is how your employees greet your customers. There's a lot more to branding than just a logo. There's a lot more because what do you think of when you think of the Apple brand? You ever buy an Apple computer or an Apple Watch or something and you open it up, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? It's simple. Apple has spent billions upon making their packaging fit their brand. Like this laptop, I pull it open the little tab, I pulled it out, powered it on, went through the things. Same thing for the Apple Watch. And Apple's brand is their ecosystem. You're not buying a computer, you're buying an ecosystem when you have an Apple Watch, Apple phone, an Apple computer that integrates really well. Because essentially for what I do, I couldn't use a Windows computer. It would drive me crazy because like so many little things. Yeah, I still got the pie. Apple has a very good reputation. Well, Anakin was hooking up with Pay Them Booty. Anakin went to the dark side. He went to the dark side. We're not trying to go to the dark side. Well, let me tell you, if you're a creative person or a YouTuber and you're doing videos and stuff, you will love Apple products. I'm just telling you. It really just depends on what you're doing and all the things that you got set up. But essentially, what we're going to do going forward, we're going to become Jedi. I'm going to teach you the art of business. Like, there's so many YouTubers. Like, the funny thing, when I asked you what YouTuber helped you out, a lot of people said JT Hustles, JT Automation, and it was about there was several people that said it was about an appliance boot camp. Appliance boot camp. That was it. It was nothing else. And once again, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to be real careful. No, I'm not. Fuck it. Most YouTubers are full of shit. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Most YouTubers are full of shit. Many YouTubers will represent something that they would not personally buy. They would recommend a stock that they don't own. They would recommend a web platform for side hustles that they don't even participate in. Most YouTubers are full of shit, just to keep it a buck. And, what we're going to learn in the corporate papers about building real businesses. Apple stocks should be doing well. They make a lot of money. Yep. All right. All right, Brand Blunt. They can't handle the truth. So we're going to start cooking with gas because, like, today I got back into my element because, all right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I normally don't get out of bed to 9:30. YouTube life, online course, career life. And today I was forced to get up at 7. And I was feeling it. And I was like, I got up at 7 and I did what I had to do. And the day, hands down, was the most productive day in the car rental business. And Hire Car had some technical difficulties with their website today. Well, the pie is going in the trash tonight. Say goodbye to the pie, because I'm not going to eat this. I'm not a pie person anyway. But, the pie will be hidden in the trash. But, the kill switch stories, like, I got this one girl. Y'all would like her. I could just say that. Y'all would like her. She's very feminine. She's really small. She's very attractive. And she is a speeder. She was doing 106 at 4:30 this morning. I be getting alerts all the time from her. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, it's funny. I'm going to actually hire me a logo maker to make the Mac Daddy Autos logo. And then I'm going to put that logo on because essentially when I hire people and my assistant, she don't know it yet, but she's going to have a uniform. She's going to have pants. If they want to wear a dress, I'm going to come up with a uniform. And actually I'll buy the uniforms. And then in the winter, there's going to be a Mac Daddy's Auto jacket. There's going to be a Mac Daddy's rain slicker. And we're going to have Mac Daddy baseball caps. We're going to have all that stuff because I'm building a brand. I'm not just building a company, I'm building a brand because it's starting to evolve. Like today, I almost traded a Camry in and because, I got it back and, just FYI, if you see engine needs to be serviced soon on a, well, not for a BMW, that could be a multitude of problems, but for a Camry, that service light just needs an oil change. And that came on, so I went ahead and got an oil changed and everything. And I actually had the parking brake on. I don't know why she returned it and put the parking brake on. But that car is the only car I have left to rent, and it probably will go out tomorrow. Probably will go out tomorrow. And then Sunday, I don't have no cars coming back Sunday. This is the first Sunday that I have no cars coming back. So it's cool. All right. So we got a lot of stuff that we're going to delve into. And essentially, you want to be there Sunday because one of the things I'm going to do, if you've been around for a while, you know this way I used to create my courses. I used to do webinars, used to have slideshows and stuff. And lately, I've just been kind of going off the cuff. I'm going to go back to the way that I used to do webinars. So that's how Sunday's webinar is going to be. So you definitely going to want to catch that. The Kill Switch Chronicles. Going forward, I have another Yardbird who has my vehicle. The car doesn't have a kill switch, and he's gone MIA. And tomorrow, I get to call the police on him. And funny enough, once the police report hits, they find my car in 2 or 3 days. No, 2 days. So I'll be getting that car back because this month, like I'm at, let me see real quick. Let me do a little math. 15, 132, 1, 8, 7, 6, 8. Oh. All right. Currently, and tomorrow's the last day because this all flips over on Sunday, but I'm currently at $17,000 for the month. If it wasn't for the Yardbird contingency, I would be at $22,000. And I can say that with great confidence because remember the first Kill Switch Chronicle? Car was found at the gas station. That car went out the next day. So instead of losing weeks of revenue, like Romy Rome, he had the car for 25 days. 25 days. That was $2,000 right there. And so with my current fleet, I feel I can make, with everything consistently rented out, I can do 25, maybe 28, because I'm getting ready to adjust some pricings and stuff. So I need, and this is one of the biggest issues I have is maintaining my fleet because I lost 2 cars this week. And I have 1 car that's wrecked. I can rent that out really cheap if I wanted to. And the Range Rover, I don't know what's going to happen with that because my thoughts are to trade it, get rid of it as quick as I can. That's my thought process. So I'm getting the mirror fixed, and then I'm going to probably just trade it and get something else and just take another L because I'm not going to get for it. That Land Rover cost me 17 and it made 3,000. So 14,000 plus the 1,000 for the fix the mirror. So once again, Romy Rome cost me a lot of money, and these other Yardbirds, but the GPS, the kill switch is going to cut all that nonsense out. And I have 1 BMW that's out that doesn't have a GPS kill switch. I got 2 Range Rovers that don't have GPS kill switches. And then 2 Acras. So I got 5 cars that once I get them back, GPS kill switches will be installed on them. So we will see. Okay. Where did my mouse go to? Oh, there it is. Well, there's one dealer I buy cars for. He's a little bit more expensive, but I know he actually fixes his cars when he gets them from the auction. I have yet to get my first check. I got a check that's supposed to be coming. It's going to be minus the deductible. So for the bumper that was hanging off the Camry, I'm supposed to get a check for $1,098. So I'm just waiting on that. The market marauder. How do you manage risk versus reward when starting a new business? Is there a cap on time invested versus rewards received? First of all, that's a really good question, the market marauder. Like, let's take this car business. Before I even bought my first car, I said I was going to give it a year no matter what. And why is that important? In the beginning, it's going to be shitty. It's going to be shitty in the beginning. So if you like, man, this is too hard, you bail the first few weeks and first few months, you will never get to the good part because like these last 3 months have been sad. They've been hilarious, right? Well, August, I am probably going to do $25,000 to $30,000. You want to know why? Because essentially, I'm biting the bullet right now. When the service engine light comes on, I just go ahead and get it fixed, get it repaired, just handle it. Because essentially, when people traded these cars in, they didn't care for them and they didn't do the stuff. So I got oil chain lights popping on, I got annual service lights popping on, and all this other stuff. And I'm just getting it done. All right, Victor, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Appreciate it. Well, Chris, I'm adjusting prices because here's the thing. If I can have a car come in and literally disappear hours later, and this is the thing, like one of the things, like you can check it out for yourself. Hire Car, it has a list when you can search for cars, and I have cars. I go out and buy a brand new BMW and put it on Hire Car, and it can be on the last page, and they still will find it. They still will find it. So I'm going to raise some prices on some stuff. And this is funny. Like today, I got the Range Rover cleaned up. I took it in. It had the check engine light on. Took it to my guy. He did what he needed to do. He cleared the codes because it doesn't run rough. So I know that it's old and this just may be something that just popped on. And I cleaned it up and it went out for a week-long rental. I'm going to make $450 for that Range Rover. And I'm just sitting there like, do I get rid of it? Do I keep it? Because it's fast. It's really fast. I don't know. But my mind is telling me I should get rid of it. So more than likely that's what will happen. Dave, it's crazy. It is crazy. K's Business Podcast, that is bewildering. But I'm in the ATL, man. I'm in the ATL. All right. Everyone likes what they like, Joseph Jonas. Everyone likes what they like. Health before wealth. This will be in the course because one of the things I learned a lot of things in the last 3 months. I've learned a lot. And essentially, you have to buy the car and put it on the platform. You can kind of like give you an example. Someone in the comments who thinks he knows everything about the car rental business was saying that you should put these kind of cars. He said old cars. There's someone on Toro here in Atlanta who has nothing but older cars, and he's doing about $50,000 a month. So there's what people tell you, and there's what the marketplace tells you. And I look at the marketplace. I don't listen to nobody. I look at the marketplace and going ahead and buying a car, because I'm going to tell you, essentially, if you're close to the airport or you can make getting from the airport easy, you would rent out your cars all the time. That's one big key. I booked a Dream Renter 2 days. She booked for a week. Is an Uber driver. Is 40. She booked with an Amex. She usually rents through the Uber rental program, but they had no cars. A lot of people have no cars. I booked 4 week-long rentals today. It's been a great day. So congratulations. I think both of them, like when it comes to filing claims, I think they both operate the same way. I've not had a claim with Toro, thank God. Pretty much, because the Porsche, that's 130 a day. And like with Toro was recommending, let me see what Toro was recommending. Toro was recommending 2012. Toro recommend 120, and I'm renting it for 130. And there's a little trick where I'm going to be able to rent that for 150 and get it. So we're going to get into that. And there's another car. Yeah, I may work on that this weekend. Oh, this is like right now, if I had 24 cars, especially with that BMW that's in the shop for routine maintenance, if I had that, it would be gone. So I would have 20 cars, and the Range Rover, if it was in shape, it would be gone. So essentially, it is the kind of cars you buy that makes a big difference. Romy, he ain't called me yet, but I have a feeling I will hear from him. Yeah, I think the credit education is going to be massively important. 89 Dr. Funk, ain't that the truth? Here's something else, Flow Master 8, that I found out. And actually, I think it's kind of smart. A lot of people are using, I found out I can turn off my credit card. I did not know I had that feature. And typically when I'm finding out, because essentially, I want you to think about this. Like, okay, you see the price and you go ahead and reserve the car. Only a fool would try to reserve the car and not have the money. So what I started doing them was like, hey, I tried to approve you. It got turned down. Maybe you need to turn your credit card on. And for the last 10 times that has happened, oh, my bad. It's on now. You can run it through. And I run it through and it's approved. And essentially, a lot of people, because, are turning off their credit cards. Like, I'm like, I guess, I got I got 4 that I just found out because I went in there today and I was like, man, it's your card. I can actually turn my credit card off. I did not know I had that ability, but a lot of folks are doing this. Romy Wrong gonna want to call and get his pie back. Man, James, they don't know, man. People struggling out here, man. People struggling. They're struggling. Okay, business. My brother does tour on the DC area. He started with 3 cars, but he's facing the same problems with his customers. Okay, business. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Yeah, I'm not the only one going through it. I'm just the only one that's talking about it on the public platform. I'm not the only one that's going through this. This is happening to many other people. Anonymous, how many cars you now have? All my cars except for 1. I have 24 cars, 23 cars are paid off because I paid them in cash. And the Mercedes, because it was like $50,000, I financed that. And I'm kind of figuring out because the Mercedes has gone out 5 times this month. And next month, I should book that bad boy 15 days because I got a plan. So I only have one car that's financed, and going forward, I'm not financing any more cars. I don't want a whole bunch of, because I don't like a lot of bills. That's just me. That's just a personal thing. I don't like a lot of bills. So I bought a total of 27 cars, lost two to renter abuse, pretty much. And then the Porsche was stolen. So that was 3 cars. And the Range Rover, I feel I can clean it up enough where I can trade it, and I'm going to get out of that. And then that would be an even swap. But yeah, we cooking with gas, man. We're starting to cook with some gas. And, I got 24 cars. I might buy another car tomorrow. Just depends, because I can buy it on Saturday, and Monday I can have the GPS kill switch. And one day waiting, like a Sunday, that's no biggie. But the whole thing of waiting like 2, 3, 4 weeks, that's just too long. Too long. So that's what we got going on. All right. So we're getting ready to wrap this up. Use the code Jedi. Lord Determined, thanks for the $5 super chat. Use the code Jedi to get 50% off. And we're going to be cooking with some serious gas Sunday. And we're going to have corporate swag. I mean, this is going to be fun. This is going to be entertaining. It's going to be enlightening. I'm going to put my foot off. This is probably going to be the best work that I've ever done. The corporate papers will be the best work I've ever done. So that's all I got for you guys. The link is below, and I will see you guys in the next one.